What I really love about working on a project like this is that you get to work with a client and you get to help them realize their dream home from the beginning stage all the way through the end. I received information from a designer that there was a client that were interested in using AyA kitchens, and then we sort of went through the different rooms that they wanted to have cabinetry in. The designer, Sébastien Lefebvre, and I worked back and forth, tweaking the layout. There was quite a few revisions and remodels before we actually came up with the final layout. It was a large space with really high ceilings and lots of breathtaking vistas out into Lake Ontario. Even on a wet, cold, windy day like today, it's still a warm, inviting space. At AyA, we call it a transitional style. It's not traditional, it's not super modern, it's something in between. It's eclectic, but it also lends itself to being tweaked a little bit here and there. You can put different accents on the hardware or on the surrounding flooring and wall finishes, but when you combine different colors, like the island and the other built-in cabinetry, it can really give it a very contemporary feel. Traditionally, in a large space, when there's a separate island, they like to have a two-tone kitchen, and traditionally people will use like a brown and a white. But we have a nice slate gray finish, which is a more modern, more contemporary take. So they started knowing that they wanted to have white cabinetry. We ended up doing a glazed oyster finish. It has a bit of a handcrafted feel to it. It's a very large house and there's a lot of square footage, and the ceiling height is about 11.5 feet. They did want to use the entire space right up to the ceiling, so we ended up stacking another row of uppers to really make it a dramatic effect and bring the cabinetry right up to the ceiling. One thing that we did with the interiors on the cabinets in the kitchen was contrast them with a warm birch finish, and really helps to elevate it to make it more of a customized feel. It's a fully functional kitchen. In behind all the doors and drawers, you'll find different accessories and fittings to make the drawers and doors more useful, such as pull-out pantries and cutlery and utensil trays. So they wanted to tie the built-ins at the fireplace in with the kitchen to make one large room flow together. And we used the slate gray that we used on the island in the built-ins. The contractor who was working on the house, he also constructed the posts and beams, and he stained them matching as close as he could find to our slate gray stain, which really helps to make it all blend in and look like it's customized. So it really makes the whole house flow together. We have a servery off to the side of the kitchen, and the servery is done in the same finish and door style as the island, so it sort of ties the two spaces together and giving it some interest as well. So in the laundry room, they wanted to go with something different in order to show their appreciation for the different styles. The kitchen is transitional and it's a shaker style, whereas the laundry room is very modern. They've used a more functional door because it's a slab door, it's a high gloss, smooth finish, it's a lot easier to clean, and it lends itself more to a utilitarian room. They use touch latch hardware on all the doors to sort of minimize the look of having face hardware as well. I think the most fun is finally seeing the project when it's done. Once they've moved in and they've actually decorated the home and filled the bookshelves with actual books, and you really get an appreciation of the entire project. The great thing about kitchens is that you can do a traditional door, a transitional door, or a modern door, and you can change the entire look of a house based on the cabinetry that you put into those rooms. If I could use one word to describe this space, I would use inviting, because it's very open, and it's very warm, it's very comfortable, and it actually invites you into the space and says, use me.